Let me introduce you a small bone with a surprisingly big personality, the clavicle. The word clavicle comes from the Latin clavicula, meaning little key. Early anatomists chose that name because when you lift your arm, the clavicle rotates along its long axis, like turning a key in a lock. Every time you reach overhead, that key turns. The clavicle is unique. It's the only long bone in the body that lies horizontally. Instead of standing tall like the femur or humerus, it stretches across your upper chest like a bridge. And that's exactly what it is, a bridge between your trunk and your upper limb. Medially, the thick, knobby end attaches to the sternum at the sternoclavicular joint, the only true bony connection between your arm and your exoskeleton. Laterally, the flatter end meets the acromion of the scapula at the acromioclavicular joint. Between those 2 points, the clavicle forms a gentle S shape, convex in front medially, concave in front laterally. That curve isn't decorative. It helps absorb and distribute forces when you fall or push. Flip it over and you'll find roughened areas underneath, especially laterally, the coracoid tuberosity. Roughness means ligaments attach there. The coracoclavicular ligament anchors the clavicle to the scapula, keeping your shoulder from collapsing inward. Functionally, the clavicle acts as a strut. It holds the shoulder away from the thorax so your arm can move freely. Without it, your shoulder would slump forward and your range of motion would shrink dramatically. And clinically, it's one of the most commonly fractured bones in the body. When you fall on an outstretched hand, force travels up the limb, and often the clavicle takes a hit. Even its fracture pattern reflects anatomy. Muscles pull the fragments in predictable directions. So the clavicle may look slender and simple, but it is a stabilizer, a shock absorber, a protector of underlying vessels and nerves, and the literal key to shoulder mobility. A small bone, a critical role.